It's the first ever Styrian Grand Prix. It's lights out.
Ready to go at Road America. Let's go. What do we have today? Race 2 in the doubleheader. Road America, the Rev Grand Prix here at Road America.
Hello, Formula One and IndyCar fans. Today is July 17, 2020. Boy, wasn't last weekend at Road America and Austria spectacular or what? Starting with the Styrian GP, or Austrian Grand Prix Part 2 if you like. Well, where Bottas leads, Hamilton would follow, and just when you think Ferrari with their upgrades would start to move their way up from a disappointing second place, oh, things got worse alright. In fact, this is what happened on the very first lap. The Ferrari charge got glued.
Dives down the inside as Vettel gets squeezed a bit and then comes to grief with his teammate.
With that said, it's disappointing how Leclerc accidentally took out Vettel in the first lap, his own teammate. So, if you're a Ferrari fan, it's a very disappointing race and a pie in the face for us all. So it is unfortunate for the Italian stallion. The charge has definitely gone awry. As for the upgrades they claim to have made for the Styrian GP or Austrian Grand Prix Part 2, is definitely lost on the shelf, so we'll never know what could have been had it not been for this tangle that took both cars out. On top honors, Lewis Hamilton of Britain came out on top for the Mercedes lineup, and his teammate Valtteri Bottas of Finland second. Max Verstappen of Red Bull, the Flying Dutchman, finishes third, and his Thai teammate Alexander Albon fourth. Mercedes 1-2, Red Bull 3 and 4, with the Racing Point cars 6th and 7th, and Lando Norris of McLaren 5th. So it's interesting that the Racing Point team is getting pretty close and almost competitive, almost. Kind of tickle pink about that along with their paint job. Will Vettel's future next year be with Aston Martin? Or will he take a sabbatical or just retire completely, since he's a family man basically? Well, his future's up in the air for the German right now, so we'll see. To get to the IndyCar side of things, the two races that were held this past weekend in the cheese state, called Wisconsin, was definitely an exciting one, with Joseph Newgarden of Penske taking pole in the first race, but who would have thought that in time he would fade out to let Scott Dixon, the Iceman, win his third race in a row this season in the PNC Bank Ganassi entry, with a charging Will Power of Australia right behind. Who knows, Will Power might have had a chance had it not been for a mishap in the pits on his final pit stop. But a big surprise in the first race of the two was Alex Palou, the Spanish rookie of Dale Coyne Racing, taking third place. Now that was one to remember, but now let's cut to my favorite of the three races combined this past weekend, Race 2 at Road America, which was the following day. One of the biggest surprise was seeing Patricio Ward, the Mexican of Arrow Schmidt Peterson McLaren, taking the pole, with Colton Hurd of Andretti Steinbrenner Racing second, and Alex Palou pretty much starting where he finished in the first round by starting third on this race. But things didn't get off to a good start for Will Power already, even more so for Ryan Hunter-Reay, because at the start of the race, looks like the Verizon-sponsored race driver kind of lost connection with what he was doing and pitted Ryan Hunter-Reay into the wall. It wasn't over though. The first lap mayhem continued, with Rahal getting slammed into the wall real hard after slightly tangling with Felix Rosen. Yeah, ouch, Graham. I feel bad for you there. In any case, what happened later on was quite interesting, because as Paul Tracy, one of the commentators, would say that Will Power basically hit everything but the helicopter. I gotta agree with you on that. He was in for a ride, and he was definitely hopping like the kangaroo from the country that he hails from. Yeah, if that's Verizon, he's definitely lost reception to what he's got to do. But the biggest amazing action would happen in the closing laps of the race, with the Mexican Patricio Ward on a charge, holding on to most of the race lead. But thanks to backmarker Conor Daly, who we had a little bad blood with in the last race before that, well, it was unfortunate because of Daly being a backmarker, Patricio was feeling the wrath of Conor. Eventually, because of him, Felix Rosen, who was hanging on to second place, managed to pass by the Mexican and give Ganassi a 1-2-3-4 sweep of IndyCar wins for the 2020 season. Felix Rosenqvist being the first Swede in IndyCar since Kenny Brack to win in IndyCars. Congratulations, Felix. I knew you were Rosen quick from the beginning. I'd like to give a special shout out to Mark Fothergill, the owner of Replicars out in Vermont, for acknowledging me on July 2nd in his video blog of diecast model car news, and for acknowledging or recommending my video. So Mark, thank you very much. When I found out you referred to me, I was so excited I squealed like a teenage girl at a Backstreet Boys concert. Thank you very much, and I always look to your news blogs every week as usual. Anyway, if you thought that the races in the cheese state for Indy cars was pretty cheesy, things are about to get corny in a few hours from now. Starting with the doubleheader in Iowa. The Iowa Corn 250, Part 1 and 2, starting tonight at 9:10 Eastern Time on NBC Sports Network, and again Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And the green flag will fly then. Who will be on pole? Also, grab yourself a bowl of goulash as you await for Formula One to take place in Hungary. Hamilton, so far, is the fastest practice times. That's how he is. If you like my videos, please click the button below to subscribe and comment, like my channels and and see my videos and see what you think. And it's been given a new name, Formula Pun Racer. I'm Aaron Cylinder, firing on all cylinders.